and half this time, flying from the northwest to the southeast trajectory. And again, boot camp. Do you think boot camp is going to be left empty once again, Fixes?
I mean, once again, was it left empty yesterday
Yes.
with whatever they're playing? And, that's a really good thing. Obviously, would want to win it all. But then again, if but XP, I'm really scared. Can he succeed at that?
Well, it does look like Vexy might just be picked up because his teammate is near him. But I do believe this is Team Alpha. Of course, a lot of Hydra players in this tournament
Yeah.
spread up between two teams right now. The kill looks like Danger is going to get the better of Destro. In fact, Destro is going to be finished off as we speak. But right now, they are going to have a little bit of an upper hand. As again, we did kind of mention Vexy, the star player, is back up on his feet. But the question is, can he do something? As he does see a couple of people running around to the left, but Danger is going to be a bit quicker on that trigger, taking him down in a flurry.
I mean, way too much mistakes being committed by Vexy. He was way too much out in the open and had to face the brunt of it as the push might just come in anytime soon. Clash Universe making that flank, just pre-firing and does get that knock. But then again, Team OR, they need to get those res back up as Team Alpha to respond in fashion.
That was a little bit of a mishap over there, switching the weapon on Danger Spot. And right now, again, another mishap. The grenade has been lobbed in, but he did get knocked out instead. Now, Alpha's going to have his work cut out. It is going to be a one-on-one situation. It's going to be Hydra Alpha up against Nifty. Who's going to come out on top? It is going to be Alpha as he snuffs the life of his opponent. And now he can finally get those revives coming in. So, despite walk over there and knock him down on his knees, and he does, just as Song 1 was about to get behind cover.
Exactly. I mean, right now, considering how things have panned out, of course, Kronten is going to get that rest back up. But Sangwan, we need to have that revive on towards him as the smoke parts have been made over here. And, well, he was way too out in the open, don't you think? Because you're making a push blindly is sort of synonymous with this map. A lot of people can resonate with that fact. But S-Power with those beautiful set of grenades. But it's going to be Kronten who eventually gets the finish.
And have a look at Ride's position. He is currently circling around the opponents. He's going to get up behind them, and that flank could be devastating for Team Song 1 over here as the captain has been taken down. It's going to be Face, Iconic, and Dark basically laying down the lead over here, laying down the law, making sure they can survive because it looks like Team Kronten are a bit hungry. They have kind of deployed those smoke grenades, but have a look at that. Raid was in a wonderful position. He might actually leave a few bullets loose from his weapon. They do connect with Iconic.
Maybe try to apply that extra bit of pressure because you cannot really tend to prolong the fight, right? We might sound like broken records, and we do know once you start, engaging and taking the fight even for further times, you're going to be in a whole world of trouble. But eventually, Rishabh was taken down by Team Ronak, and we do have one more squad wipe around here. Team Soul engaging a fight against Team Maxton.
Alrighty, finally some action breaking out as it looks like Team Mortal are going to be pushing up on Team Maxon over here. Ghosty does have one angle as Scout OP is going to be the first man in the line of fire, but Mavi is the one who gets taken down by Dawn, and the Dawn is using a weapon like a gangster. It is going to be that Tommy gun that sprays down the bullets now. Power Killer is going to come on the right flank as Ghosty takes down Soul Mortal. This is devastating for Team Mortal as they are getting snuffed out one by one, and that's it. That is all she wrote. Regaltos did manage to get a knock on Ghosty, but it's going to be Dawn who comes in again with that gangster gun of his, knocking them off their feet. And with that, Fixes Team Mortal. We were kind of expecting them to win this skirmish, but looks like they have been put out of the misery as now it looks like Team Maxton's woes are still not over as Team Snacks are laying down some lead.
And the rocks, then he's basically done for. But right now, if you take a look at how the teams are performing, well, a lot of teams have to get inside the zone, and we still have 15 teams alive, XP.
That is just amazing because I was expecting a lot fewer teams to survive up until this point. But you got to keep one thing in mind: a lot of these teams are only survived by one or two members as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if those numbers are going to come in play later on, which we've seen in the past. If you have more numbers towards the end, it is definitely going to be an advantage. As it looks like Team Jonathan are going to be opening up as Mr. Cyber Squad is brought down to his knees. Now again, we are still in and around Paradise Resort as
Ground, they've got good cover, but now this is where things start to get really interesting with them. They need to get inside a better position, but right now Kronten, any single moment might just get spotted down and be finished off. But eventually it's Kronten the one who's going to respond with a knock from his own side. But Paul in the meanwhile just kind of proning down, and Kronten still surviving by the sliver of an HP.
I mean, how is that man still alive? I thought he was taken down, but oh my god, he almost gets that second knock as well. As now it looks like these boys are going to be in trouble. Bandupaz is going to have a lot of work cut out for himself as Toxic Singh is going to be brought back to life. He has got the revive in, but now Paul is going to be left bleeding on his knees just a short distance from them. But it looks like Kronten's little retaliation over there put them out for a little bit of a 6 as Clutch God is going to make sure he patches himself up. Because again, you got to keep one thing in mind. They are at the edge of the circle and they really don't have a lot of options over here. In fact, literally, Jonathan, between a hard place and a rock right now, and the blue zone at one end, he's got to make quick work of Doc before he can move in. But I do believe Team Banduk Boss could play spoil spurt for them as well. I think that is something that he did realize, and he makes sure he goes the other way, which is the right call for right now. As Prince with that ratata is trying to get a few knocks, and 8-bit K-Team is going to go down.
He certainly will, and this time again falling to the hands of Team Nixon. The way these lads are making a push, this time they want to get all of them together. Last time they managed to get, I believe, 1 or at max 2, but Jonathan's still putting up a fight. I mean, he needs to make it inside the circle, and he is gonna do that whatsoever may come his way. But in the meanwhile, you've got a bit of a skirmish getting along here as well. Now, ClutchCon having been taken down by Dark, he is gonna be put away from his misery as the finish has been secured. Now it again comes down to this lonesome play again. Jonathan, can he do something? Can he pull something off? No, not this time.
That was a little difficult because he was spotted out, and I did kind of mention that, Doc was in a wonderful position to snuff his life out, which he did for his teammates, as Godlike's Raid now has his sights set on Banduk Boss. He knows there's someone behind that particular rock over there, and they are going to be keeping an eye on the kill feed just to make sure, they don't waste enough time. But it looks like it is going to be a fight in the Paradise Resort. Well, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty, but over here right now, it is going to be a bloodbath.
It certainly will. Because look at Team Godlike, they've sort of unified at a certain position and not really giving a lot of room and space, not really creating those angles. And on a map like Sanhok, you certainly aren't supposed to do that. You gotta stick to each other. You need to make sure, even if your teammate gets knocked out, you need to get those quick rests back up, because the pushes are inevitable after those second knocks coming in. But Godlike really having a good time with the rotation, will meet some enemies right in front of them, and that's going to be Dark, and he is just waiting for them. But the numbers are definitely in the favor of Team Godlike. But eventually Dark has started big, has managed to secure that one knock onto its power, as Smokey still struggling to find that knock and the finish.
Let me tell you one thing, Sanhok is definitely one of Doc's stronger maps over here. He's been phenomenal in this map throughout this tournament, and right now he is living up to his name as well, because he is like a shadow and he's striking from those shadows, making sure he gets his opposition off guard. And now with that, Team Kronten are going to be one member short, but mind you, Raid did finally get that kill on Banduk Boss in the distance, which means now we're down to the final 8 teams. It looks like Akshat could be in prime position to lay down some lead in IT's position, as his teammate Omega is going to kind of push them out towards Akshat's position with a good grenade. This could be wonderful teamwork coming in, as they are going to be pushed out of that house, but unfortunately that grenade is not going to find its mark, but Akshat's position has been given away.
I mean, this is pure brilliance coming in from Team Ketan. The way they're just kind of grenading those areas, and Akshat in a very good crossfire position, providing that quintessential pressure onto the team of God Nixon. Things have become certainly very spicy, but Riot, having been spotted early on, will eventually manage to secure that knock. Now, Team 4 King might just be in a bit of a pickle, but Guru, responding in fashion, does manage to take Riot down. But look at Omega completely just pincering down the players of Team God Nixon and punishing them one after the other.
Beautiful baiting over here by Akshat. He made sure that all the attention was on him as Omega took them out from behind, but now Spraygod is really the last man standing for his team, and we know one thing, this man can do some miraculous things, as Akshat is going to go in for the kill. He does crouch down, and he is going to make sure he comes out on top in this little skirmish. Now, the first aid is going to be coming in. Of course, he doesn't have any first aids. Those bandages are going to have to come in quickly, as his teammates are now going to fall one by one near him. The question is, we only have 8 seconds on the clock before that blue zone moves in. Is reviving going to be the right call?
only one of his teammates is going to make it inside the circle along with him, given the chance that someone else does not really take them down because they've been making a lot of noise. So teams are definitely going to be anticipating someone coming along. But Team Maxton, they've been having a phenomenal game so far, wiping out Team Mortal, and now certainly looking really sharp and strong as Guru will find that final finish onto which Ronak, as four teams remain, six players alive, everyone eyeing out for that glorious chicken. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
I beg your pardon. I currently had a little bit of a technical glitch over here, but let me just say one thing. Kronten, I thought he was going to get knocked out, but it's amazing how he is still alive. I thought Doc was going to get the better of him, but oh my goodness, that reaction time is phenomenal. But before he can administer that first aid, he is taken out, which means now, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final two teams. It is going to be Maxton up against a two-man Team Guru. Question is, who is going to come out on top?
I mean, honestly, Maxton as a creator has been really vocal about his thoughts, the way he just pulls off those shenanigans. But this time, even inside the game, he's been really vocal in terms of how devastating he's
Oh,
been
it is a 2v2,
towards
I beg your
other
pardon.
teams. Yeah, I mean, look at the position. I love the spread coming in from Team Maxton. I believe if they just play their cards right and if the pitch just start too patient, they might just secure the win.
It can actually go either way right now because in this particular round in Sanok, both these teams have played phenomenally, especially Team Guru. I mean, they've got some amazing shots in. Team Maxton as well. We did see that wipeout of Team Mortal just a few moments ago. And of course, the man of the moment, i.e., Dawn, the mafioso himself. The best thing is that he's killing people with that Tommy gun. It's cool. OP is going to be spotted out. He gets taken down by Dawn and the combination from Maxton, which means ferocity has to be ferocious right now. He's got to be like a coiled snake, ready to strike because his teammate is definitely going to be spotted out. Now with that suppressed Uzi, he does lay down a few shots. Maxton is going to have to come into the circle. The question is ferocity going to be quick enough on the trigger? And the answer is no, but the reload does come in. But looks like Maxton has some cover for now, and he is just trying to scan out the environment and get a location as ferocity. Let's have a look at this. Dawn is going to be coming in slow and steady.
And there you have it. I mean, a perfectly well executed flank coming in from Dawn and has to be the MVP